Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube. Folks, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we are going to look at Nervos Networks CKB. Now, we are in for a treat, but before we get into the dessert, check me out on Twitter at Real6Fig. When I can't make it to YouTube to make a video, I will drop little nuggets of charts, videos, what I'm doing, things like that here. So hit me up if you are on Twitter. Currently, the price tag of CKB is at 0.0149-ish, somewhere in that region. Now, the last few weeks, probably 3 weeks, actually right when this bottomed here, I started speculating on the theory of an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So we can see that since late September, this has been forming. And now we do have the very right shoulder starting to develop. On the 1 hour chart, we need to rip through this 250 moving average and come up through the cloud. So we might see CKB make a little run for this 0.0168-ish level price tag. I'm hoping that is the case. RSI is kind of in the tank as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of room to run. This is the 1 hour chart here too. So you got to kind of keep that in mind. Now, yesterday I tweeted out the fact that we might be seeing some sort of cup and handle mix, kind of inverse head and shoulders, cup and handle. They just kind of go hand in hand. So, if we go back and look at the 12-hour chart, and we can very much see this cup and handle that is kind of forming. We had one here. And we got a nice little pop here, but this was from when all the exchanges listed CKB. And we can kind of see how we might be forming one here. And I'm thinking October 16th could be the day that we see price action kind of trend up to this way, or up to this point. We are still filling out this ascending triangle very nicely. And if this turns around for some reason, and this ends up being a corrective wave, I would expect price action to trend possibly down to this 0.0123-ish level. So keep that in mind. I do think that over the next week, CKB is definitely going to trend in between 0.0122-ish and this upper trend line of 0.017. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what the next few hours, at least 6 to 12 hours, hold for CKB. But we do have a very nice bullish engulfing candle on the 4 hour chart, and price action is trying to move up in front of this cloud. So it's very important to see these candles kind of take this trajectory in front of this cloud. That'll be the easiest, least path of resistance for it. So with that said, let's take a quick peek at the total crypto market cap. There it was. Bear with me 1 second, folks. And we can see that I've been warning people about this for the last couple weeks now. The total market crypto cap, blah. We can see how we had a rising wedge form here, and now we are seeing some of the spillage over. So let's check this out. And I went on to say, if we end up testing the 50 moving average and 200 moving average, we might see 200 billion to 500 billion wiped from the market. And this was on a 12-hour chart. So let's just check this out, because it's important to know where the market is going. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and look at this on a 4-hour chart. And we can kind of see how we can see this bearish leg here forming a symmetrical triangle. We'll go to a 1 hour chart to view this. Get rid of some of this stuff here. Bear with me 1 second, folks. Bear with me. There we go. So we can see how the price is squeezing inward here. We can note that probably sometime this evening we might see the total crypto market cap either come up for a retest of this 50 moving average or drop below this 200 moving average, and that would be very bad. So when you look at what happens when the total crypto market cap falls below the 200, we get results like this, crashes to the downside, unfortunately. And you can kind of see how this rising wedge of a gigantic scale did this work here. I'm not really expecting this to produce that drastic of a movement downwards just because of the scale, but it has every bit of possibility to do so. This will trend with Bitcoin as well, so it's very important that you watch these videos, folks. Bitcoin is, man, look at this. So I've been warning everybody about this rising wedge on Bitcoin chart for a long time. At least the last month. And what we can see here is that price action right now, let's look at this on a 1 hour chart. I want to really see what Bitcoin's doing. Looks like Bitcoin came right up to the edge of this trend, and in yesterday's video, I was speculating that this ascending triangle was kind of a weak ascending triangle. And that's just based off the platform that it's built upon. If we would have seen an ascending triangle down here, like this, fill out, something like this, and then move up, that would have been a much better option. But we had a premature ascending triangle liftoff, and if this would have been like down here, we would have seen much, much more reactive price action to the upside. So I was kind of speculating that we would range anywhere between 55 and 59,000. It looks like we came right up to about 57, 58,000. So what is it going to do now? Well, nobody knows. It's crashing through the 50 moving average through the cloud. I would expect to see a $54,000 Bitcoin here in the coming hours, day. It just depends on, how low the bulls let this thing drop. Just want to take a peek at this on the 4 hour chart here. Yeah, so if this, we're getting some full body selling candles here that are developing. There's still 3 hours left on this candle, so whether or not we continue this trend downwards is anybody's guess. It'll definitely come and retest this 50 moving average. So I would say somewhere around this $54,000 Bitcoin, you can expect that to the downside and to the upside. If this thing pulls a reversal, 58, 59,000. If this thing breaks through the 50 moving average, we are most definitely likely to test this 200 moving average once again. So $50,000, $48,000 to $50,000 level. So this is just me being real with you guys. I've been warning about this rising wedge now for quite a while, and it just seems like people are blinded by the potential to make hypothetical money based on the market in some everlasting upward continuation. So, here I'm never going to BS you guys on my thoughts when it comes to the charts, things like that. So I want you guys to know that this rising wedge is a real thing on the charts right now. There's no denying that. So we are still within my Gartley pattern theory that I created a couple weeks back. I said Bitcoin can range right up to the 65K level. But if it does not break that level, this Gartley pattern is not off the table. And more than likely, and I'm not saying anytime soon, but when this thing comes down and pulls a reversal, it'll be right around that $20,000 level, whether it's now or next year, if we do not break the 65K level. So, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. CKB's looking good right now. I'm hoping Bitcoin does not drag it down. But if it does, you kind of have an idea of what to expect. So, big shout out to all my Patreons. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. If you're interested in supporting the channel, it's $3 a month. You get your name, YouTube channel name, or business name on this banner. Catch you guys on the next one.